Hey guys, so I'm back with another Net MAUI video, and in this video I'm going to show you how we can design the collection view or list view items on the basis of some parameter or some condition. So for example, one collection view or list view has, let's say, four items. So two of these items have will be having different look and feel, different styles, and another two would be having different styles. So the most common use case is the any chat application. So for example, in WhatsApp or any of the chat application, WhatsApp, Telegram, or whatever chat application. So when we receive some messages, those are mostly left aligned, and the message we send, those are right aligned, right? So and all of those messages are a part of the single collection view. And the second use case can be when we have different type of messages. Means there can be simple text message, there can be image message, there can be a video into that message. So one approach could be we will have always have all these items. So maybe we will have some complex vertical stack layout or some layout which will have text message, and then image, then this video, and all these conditional we are going to set is enable or is visible flag on the basis of certain condition. But that is not the optimized way to do it, right? Because if we are just hiding those controls if the data is not present. So .NET MAUI provides us the template selector basically. So we can have different templates for each item on the basis of certain condition. So enough talking, let's get straight to the code. So I have opened this, I have created this new project .NET MAUI. This is the main startup project which we got. So I'm going to, first thing, I'm going to run it, then we are going to clean it up. First thing, let's clean it up. I remove this, then I remove this thing from here, we don't need this. The next thing, I'm going to have one collection here. So I'm going to have maybe observable collection only. Observable collection of, maybe let me add some model first. It is running. Okay, so maybe stop it, then simply add a folder here, models, and let's add a class here, and this will have, let's take example of chat message only. I'm going to have chat model, and let's make it a record. So public record chat model, and we can have, for simplicity we will simply have who is the sender, sender name, or maybe we can say from, then to, and then let's have maybe a message, then next maybe some image, and it can be nullable. So for now let's have these things only. Yep. Chat model, I'm going to clean it up, go back here, observable collection, then it would be type of chat model, and let's say chats. And now I'm going to have one helper method, public static enumerable, or maybe let's return this only, I observable chat model, get chats. and in here I can say new observable collection, and in this I can simply say new list of chat model, and I'm going to add some couple of items here. And then I'm going to fill this in here only, get chats, fine. So let me add some sample data. So I have added this some sample data conversation between two users. So let's go back to XAML part, and here I'm going to have a collection view, and in this collection view first thing I'm going to add item source. For this item source I'm going to get it from the binding, and before that we need to set the binding source to this one, binding context to this. Hmm, let me rerun it. So it's here. So how a collection view works default if we did not provide any data template to this. So how it works, it simply gets items from this collection, whatever item source we have provided. So for this case we have provided this chats collection, this type of chat model, and it adds two string to all the items. So what it is currently displaying, it is actually displaying this two string of this chat model. So the two string default uh, implementation of two string for this record, it is simply a kind of JSON representation. So it shows this chat model, from, to, message, and image, all these properties. Now the default is two string. If we want to have more control over how the items are being displayed inside a collection view or list view, it applies to list view also. So if we want more control over it and we want to design it customly, so what we can have collection view dot item template. We can define an item template. So this item template, we can pass a data template to this. Now whatever we give from here, so maybe for example let's give the label for, so now for this data template, for this data template, the binding context will be these chat items one by one. So this chats, it is a type of chat model, so the binding context for this will be chat model. So we can have design time IntelliSense, so we can define it that the data type for this would be this chat model, and in order to use that we need to add a namespace. So maybe models, we can have models, then we can define this chat model. So now if you check here, we will have all the properties from the chat model, from, image, message, to, and all these things. So what we can show, let's say we are showing message here. If we save it, you see, now we can see these messages. So these are the messages. So maybe let me change it to maybe vertical stack layout, add this, then we can have some margin and some padding to this. Maybe we can have global padding of maybe, oh, one collection view we must have, we don't have padding. should have it, right? Am I missing something? We have margin. Oh, we need to define padding inside this data template. Okay. So first thing, we can have some margin, maybe 10 from all the sides. Then vertical stack layout. So we can have margin of maybe 10 again, which is a lot, maybe 5 only. Hmm. So now we can see all these messages. Now let's add from and to this. So maybe from where this message came. So if you look closely how I have designed this, it could be different for different use cases. So how I am doing it, this chat model from which user to which user. So the model which has from but does not have null, does not have to, null for to, that means someone has sent it to me means the user who is displaying it, right? And if the from is null, that means I am sending this message to this user one, and this is the message. So these are flowing like this, and if you look this one, so this is from null, that means I am sending it to user one, the message is this one, and I have added image to this, and all other items, these do not have any image. So now the first, you see it is coming from user one. For the second, there is no item for this from, because the from is null for this, because I have sent this message. And then message. Now this looks good, but the problem is now it does not have this from, right? So what I should usually do in you, if you check in any chat application, so this message which we are getting from some user, it will be left aligned with some designing, and the item which I am getting, which I am sending, that would be right aligned, so that we can specifically say that okay, I am sending this and I am getting this, I am receiving this one. Now for image also, let me add one image here. This image source, and let me add spec fill first, and let me add some height and width to it, maybe a lot, 50 or maybe 100, and then height request is 100, and let's say width request is maybe 50. No, let it be 100 also. So now if you see the problem, this item has image, so this is fine, but all other items, these do not have any image, but still it is taking that space, this image, right? So one thing what we can do, maybe if we do not have this image, we can hide this. So we have this is visible thing. What we can do, we can bind it to some property from here. So we can go to this chat model, we can add some dynamic computed property here. So maybe prop bool show image. So it will be if image is not equals to null, then we are going to show this. So this show image property, we are going to use this one. So if show image is true, then only we are going to show this image. So because this was a C# change, let me rerun this. So now the image problem that is fixed. We are not showing image for this, but this is actually kind of the extra thing, and this item is still there, but it is not visible. So to overcome these problems, that for this item 1 we want different style, for item 2 we want different style, for item 3 again we need what we had for item 1. Then for item 4 we need what we had for item 2, and for this one we need a different style. So we have these different use cases, so we want to style items differently within the same collection. So for this we have something called template selector. So how that works, first thing, let me define different templates for this. So the templates, we can define these as resources. So first thing, first data template, let me call this maybe from, or maybe inbound, or incoming message. And now for incoming message we can simply use the same thing here. So maybe we will simply use this thing, this message. Let me have some maybe border with stroke of color, uh, whatever color you can take, maybe for now just gray only. And then stroke shape, we can have rounded rectangle, rounded rectangle with maybe 20 corner radius. Then stroke thickness, let's add 1. Now we are going to simply show the message here. And now we want this message, or maybe we can define the width for this. Width request, maybe what was for this image, the width was 100. So if we take this 100, so maybe 250. Okay, 250. And this label text is message, and like this will be for incoming message which we are getting. Now let me duplicate this, and I'm going to say outgoing message, and everything will be same, just one difference. For incoming, I need horizontal options from start, and for outgoing I need horizontal options from end, so it should be right aligned. And everything is same. Maybe we can change the color of this border, maybe black for now. So we are done with these two templates for now. Let me comment this out. So now we have two templates. We want to use these two templates for this single collection view. So now we need to implement something called template selector. So for this we need to stop it because that is going to be a C# change. So let me add one new class, and we are going to call it maybe check template selector, maybe template selector only, we can call it whatever we want, template selector. So it's here, template selector. Now it should derive from data template selector. So this data template selector, this is an abstract class which provides one method on select template. So this on select template, this method, this is going to be called for each and every item of the collection, and the item of that collection is going to be passed as this parameter, this item. So next thing we want to do, we want to define how many templates we are going to make choice for, right, from template. So we will have two data template. So data template, one will be let's say, what was the name of that, we defined this incoming message template. And then another one would be the outgoing message template. The names are totally up to you. Now we have this item. So now we are going to check if this item is of type this chat model, and let's call it chat only. So if this is of type this chat, then we will check if chat dot from. So if you go back to here, so the first item this is from. So if from is passed, that means it is incoming message. So in template selector we will say if we have this chat dot from is not equals null, then we are going to return this incoming message template. And if this is not the case, we will simply return outgoing message template. So this is our logic. Now we are the author of this class, but still we are going to use it on chat model only. But what if somehow someone else from the team used it? So we need to tell that this does not work for other types. So maybe we will throw we implemented not implemented exception from here. We are not implementing this. So the template selector, this is done. If we want, we can modify this also. Maybe we can use ternary operator, but for now to explicitly explain, I am having this like this only. So the template selector part is ready. Now let's come back here, and maybe before that let me run it again. So it's yeah, we have it. Now what needs to be done, we will add this template selector is in namespace of maybe this one, right? So maybe let's add this namespace also, the main namespace XML NS. We can call it whatever. So I'm going to call it app only to have this one. So yeah, now we have these two data templates. Now we need the template selector. So I'm going to use that. I call so app. Then I will have this template selector. Now I'm going to add one key here. Maybe I can call it whatever. So maybe let me call the same only. Template selector. Now this template selector, it requires two properties. So incoming message template. So we want to define what incoming message template we want to define. So we are getting this incoming message template from here only. This incoming message. So we have added this as a part of resource. So we can access it using static resource. So this one, let me copy this for outgoing message template. So this is outgoing message, and cool. So we are done with this also. Now we need to use this template selector, this thing for designing these items. So we had these things. Now for item template, I am going to use static resource, and we have this template selector key, and boom. So you can see we have these items left aligned and we have these items right aligned. So we can design this further, but this is how it is going to look. Right? So means whatever we have been doing, all these things are working. Now we can design these further. So maybe for this we can have some padding. Same thing for this. I'm sorry for this noise. It's a Diwali festival in India, so people are just celebrating Diwali. Okay, so we got this. So this is looking nice now. Not design wise nice. I'm not a designer, but still we are getting what we needed. So yeah, now what if we want to show other details as well? So the point is, what if this data template? This is way more complex template. It has multiple controls. It has so many designing and all these things. So if this got bigger, so this thing is going to look ugly here, and this resources section, this is going to be huge. So we can have these templates inline inside the same page also, and we have another approach as well. We can remove these from here and we can have separate template classes, separate files for this as well. So let me show that for you. So first thing, I need to stop it, then let me add one folder, maybe call it templates, and let's move this template selector to this template source. Okay, yes, so I have moved this template selected here. It's done. Templates, so maybe in this I was using this app, so now this is going to fail. So maybe let me change this to templates, and the templates I can use this one, and I can use this templates. So this will be fixed now. Okay, now for these two things let me add separate templates. So I will add it. So templates are nothing, just content pages. So we can add a new item, Net MAUI, and content page, and we can call it incoming message template, and we can use the same design what we had here, right? Get this border, this thing. We are going to remove this. This looks fine. This message, it is not able to get it, so we will simply set the data type for this one, and before data type we need to add the namespace. So it is from models, so we have chat model. Is models equals chat model. Okay, it is somehow not working, so maybe let me copy it from here. Mhm. Okay, and now data type, we can define this chat model. So now we get this. So this is incoming message template. Same way we can add the outgoing message template. New item, content page, and let me use outgoing message template, and we can copy the outgoing message template from here. Outgoing message template, we're adding it here, and for the namespaces and data type, we can copy these from here and we can add this. So everything looks fine now. Let me rerun it, and we will design the symbol from there only. So is it running? Yeah. Okay, so we are here. So for now, I'm going to Comment this out for your reference. Okay, so this broke. Now the next thing, we can say data template, and this time we are going to use the same key, and now we need to add that template. This is incoming, right? So incoming message template, this is done. And the same thing we are going to do for outgoing. So I'm going to copy this key, and the same thing for outgoing message template. So we didn't change anything, we simply delegated this functionality to a separate file. So let me rerun it. It will have the same look and feel, everything is same, just the approach is different. So if the template is small, you can have it inside that only. Specified cast is not valid, so it is giving some error. Let me check what is it. Selector, is it throwing from here or what is it? Stop. Let me debug this. Came here. Item is this one. Chat message. We got incoming chat message. So something's not right. Did I miss something? The border is here. Specified cast is not valid. But where is this error coming from? Let me check it. Okay, so the problem is I made a mistake. So this data template, this is not content page. This is content view. So we need to change it to content view here, and in the code behind it should be content view. And on content view, this one, and this one. So on content view, there is no property called title. So we need to remove this title. And we need to do this for both incoming message template and outgoing message template. So let me fix this thing, and it should be this template selector, and yeah. So we have changed that content pages to content view. Then this code is same, the same code. We are registering this template selector the same way we were registering earlier. And in item template, we are simply using the template selector of this key. And let's run it again. So yeah, we have the same look and feel now. So you can have as many templates as you want, but there is only one limitation for Android. So if you go to the source of this thing, then here this remarks, it says that on Android platform, these templates, there is a limit of 20 templates per list view. So for one single collection, maybe that is collection view or list view, you can have at most 20 templates, not more than that. So yep, everything looks fine now. Now the next thing is, let's design this for something else, for the round rectangle, maybe 5. It. Okay. Same thing for this one. It. Okay. Next thing, we want to have some padding, sorry, margin. So maybe 8 only. And now the next thing is, you remember we had with chat model, we had this image also. So now we don't need this thing. We will remove this. So for image, what we are going to do, we are going to add another template for image only. So what we can do, we can come here, or maybe before that, let me stop it and add more templates. So maybe I will have new item, content view this time, and then we can say incoming image template. And the same way we can have one more for outgoing image if we want. Outgoing image template. So in this incoming image template, I'm going to copy the namespace and data type for this. So this should be different for these two new templates. Same for this one. Okay, now let me copy the same border, same thing for both. Now with title, I want to display the image, so let me copy that from here only. I was having it somewhere, right? Where was it? Okay, here only. This time, after label, let me add this thing. So because this is a border view, we cannot have multiple direct children to this. So I'm going to add one vertical stack layout, and let me add this and spacing 10, and I'm going to copy the same thing to this one. And this is visible. Now we don't need this because our this template is going to be rendered only when there is image. We are going to add that condition, so we don't need this. Let's remove this altogether. Now we have these two new templates as well. Now we will go to our template selector, and here we will add two more template selectors, and these will be maybe message with image template. And then if it's chat, it is, maybe let me add ternary operator from here. So if this is incoming, and so after incoming we are going to check if the image property, it has been defined for this thing. So we will say if string dot is null or white space chat dot image, if image is provided, we are going to use this incoming message with image template. And if this is not provided, we are going to use the incoming message template that is without image. Same thing, let me copy here and use these things. Okay, so we have this now. Now we need to go back here, and before that let me run this. Object reference node set to an instance of an object and from where it came. Mhm. Template selector, yeah. So the problem is this. If the chat image is null or white space, then we are using this and we have not defined this. That is why it is complaining. So this condition should be reversed, or maybe we can add not here. So if image is not null or empty, that means that image was provided, then we will use this image template. So continue, and rewrite. Still, now what happened? Object reference to set to instance of an object. Is more template selector. Okay. Maybe edit here. This thing. Continue. Continue. Something is breaking up. Okay. Okay, got it. So the problem again related to this one only. For one item, it is trying to return this template, but this template is null. So first thing, we can go to the main page and we can add both of those templates. So those templates are outgoing image template and incoming image template, right? So come here and outgoing incoming image template and outgoing image template. And we need to change these key names. So these key names are up to you. You can name these whatever you want. So maybe let me call it incoming image and let me call it in outgoing image. And the next thing we need to add these two also. So this thing, incoming message template or property names like this, incoming message with image and outgoing message with image. Okay, now incoming image is for incoming and outgoing image is the key for outgoing image. It should work fine now. Stop it and run it. Let's see if it works this time. Remove breakpoint, continue, and yes, it worked. So now you can see what we wanted to achieve. We have achieved, but with template selector approach. So we have different templates and we can achieve all this. So yeah. So I think that's all what I wanted to show in this video, and let me change the title of this. Um, Title and what I should do. Data template selector. Yeah. And we can design it further if we want. Maybe for this one, where is it? Outgoing message template. We can have one background color, maybe some this color. Is it applied? One border, this one. It didn't get applied, right? Let me try. Not going message template. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. It is not applying, or it is for outgoing. Oh, outgoing is this only? No, something's not right, right? This should be right aligned. I messed up with something. Template selector, chat from, incoming. If it's incoming, it should be incoming message or incoming message with image. And if from is not defined, I am sending outgoing and incoming. So this should be outgoing, right? Run. Yeah, that got applied. Outgoing message template. And this color we have with background color. So you can define the separate different styles on different items. So yep, press that like button if you like this video and share it with your friends, whoever trying to learn .NET MAUI, and please subscribe my channel. So we are doing these stuffs, cool stuffs with .NET MAUI, and I'm going to include other technologies as well. So yep, please subscribe my channel and I'll be back with another cool video. And the GitHub link for this one, I'm going to add that in comment section, pin comment and description. So yeah.